Alright, we're out in the car today, and you notice there's no microphone connected to that jack in the dashboard. I know I just put this radio in last week, but it's coming out. Alright, let me go show you why that's coming out. And here's the reason why it's coming out. I picked this up this week. It's a TRC-453. It's a sideband radio. So I'm finally going to have sideband in my car. It's a side mic, which, like I just showed you, is not a problem because I have that extension cord and the jack in my dashboard. Alright, so this radio, I had to do a little bit of tuning to it. Even though the listing said it was peaked and tuned, it is peaked. It's doing about 4.5 watts on AM and 22 on sideband. But it was way off frequency. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open it up, adjust the frequency. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. These are really, really easy. So let's get to it and adjust it and get this thing ready to be installed in the car. It's a cute little thing, isn't it? I think it's going to look right at home in that dashboard. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so I took the bottom cover off the radio. It's transmitting a little high on frequency, but nice Uniden design. See the Uniden name? Even though it's a Realistic. They put in that adjuster there, and that adjusts the transmit frequency. So this radio is extremely easy to put back on frequency. Alright, I'm going to get to that now, and I'm going to show you how I do it.
Okay, this is set where it was from the factory, and now I am going to turn it to the left. Turn it to the left, and now I am just to the left of my original mark. I am going to turn it back now, back a little bit. We're back at the original mark. I'm going to turn it to the right. And right there is a notch to the right of my mark. That's to the right. How's it sound there? I bet it's too high. I'm going to go back down the other way. There it is. Oh, that's actually a notch and a half down. Alright, there it is. One notch to the left of my mark. That's one notch to the left. Alright, just for shits and giggles, one notch to the right. One notch to the right of my mark.
Alright, so as you saw, what I do is I transmit to my other radio that's in the house, and I go back and forth. I put a mark on the board where the adjuster was, and I go to each side of that mark to see which way it needed to be turned. And the adjuster had to be turned up in order to go down on frequency. I think I have it set pretty good now. It sounds really good on the air. So we're going to get to installing this in the dashboard. Alright, I have my spacer made up. This will get attached to the radio and then attached to the dashboard. It's because the hole in the dashboard is too big for the radio. So this will take up all that extra space all around the radio and fill it in. Alright, as soon as the paint dries on this, I'm going to install it on the radio. Alright, so I made up some little brackets, and I dimpled the back holes because they're going to go in there. So that's going to sit like that, and then it'll go into the dash, and it'll sit over here, and I'll put a couple of holes into that piece of wood, and that'll hold the radio in. Alright, so I'm going to get to it and mount these to the radio, and then try and install it onto that dash panel. Okay, it's all mounted in the dash panel, and it's pretty strong. I have my... Oh! I hit myself in the head here. It got away from me. I have my homemade brackets and my homemade spacer. I should probably hold it by the radio instead of by that plastic that's flopping all over. Alright, there's the other homemade bracket and the back side of the plate and the face of the radio. Alright, let's go get this thing installed in the car. So I decided to dig out this pile of wires. This is the connection that connected the stereo radio in the car. I don't have a radio in the car anymore, so I am going to snag the two speakers out of the door and tie them in to the CB radio. So I got the speaker wire all connected, and the radio's out here, and I'm going to put it back in the car now. I tried to set up the camera in here, but the sun is so bright outside, no matter where I put it. As you can see, look, we go up, you can't see anything. It just got horrible. Well, not always. When I'm sleeping or eating, no, I'm good then.
I didn't want you to puke, or I didn't want you to wake up.
Okay.
Anyway, y'all get back in it. I'm irritated. I'm agitated.
Hey, how's this radio sound to you over there, John? This is a new one in my car.
Sounds good. You're sitting in a mobile?
Copy that. I'm sitting right in my driveway.
Yeah, you're doing like your base station.
Awesome. Glad to hear that.
If you want a signal report, you're 3 over 9.
If only I knew what that meant.
You're still down in the mud.
Copy that.
Give me a signal report and see if I'm in the mud.
Well, this thing has 5 LEDs as a meter, and unfortunately, you're not lighting up a single one.
Well, we're going to have to get with the program. Is that the 453?
Yes, it is. It's the 453. Dave, you're lighting up 2 of its lights. Hard time understanding it.
Well, you're lighting up my antenna warning light.
I think I'm a little too far away for that.
You know when that light comes on, don't you?
Yeah, when there's a stupid operator behind the mic.
That light comes on, you burnt your files out.
Yeah, pretty much. That's when it'll tell you, uh-oh, there's something wrong.
Well, I tested this antenna warning light. I put a tuner on here and I detuned the antenna. And when it got up to 3, it came on.
You did a good loud now.
Yeah. That's nice.
Alright, well, I'm going to step on the side here. I got to finish installing this radio. It's in the dash, but none of the screws are back in yet.
You got a power mic on that 453?
Negative. Right now I'm running it with just a stock mic.
Yeah, okay. Do not put a power mic on it.
Yeah, I have a real mild one that I'm going to put on only because it's a noise canceling.
It sounds like you might be overdriving it just a little bit.
Yeah, somebody messed around with the inside. The wax was removed out of the pots.
I hate that.
Yep, me too.
Hey, John.
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody's jacked up the bias on that radio.
Yeah, it was, I bought it off of eBay. I bought it real cheap, but it said it was peaked and tuned, and you know what that means. So the radio's all installed. It seems to be working pretty good. The modulation in it might be set a little high, but I'm going to leave it alone for now. I'm going to do a test. I'm going to drive a little ways away and transmit back to my base and see how it sounds. I talked to a couple of local guys on it already. 625 Dave. I talked to him barefoot he was about 10 miles away from me in a straight line, and I reached him all the way to his house, which is about 15 miles away. And I also talked to John 127 in Sumter. He was on the flat side, so he's a little harder to reach. But I made it to him with the helper on. But he gave me the same reports. He said the modulation might be a little high on it. We're going to find out. Let's do a test and we'll see how it sounds. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to the car and transmit back to this radio. I have the RF gain turned all the way down on this because they are kind of close together. I just don't feel like driving anywhere right now. So we're going to do the mic test with the RF gain turned all the way down and see what that does for us. That should knock it down enough that it won't seem like it's as close as it is. Alright, we're trying the handheld amplified mic first. I have it about 6 inches away from me, and it's turned up all the way. Alright, that's up all the way on the handheld power mic.
Alright, we're trying the handheld amplified mic first. I have it about 6 inches away from me, and it's turned up all the way. Alright, that's up all the way on the handheld power mic.
Alright, let's try the stock mic now. Oh, by the way, that was this mic that I was just using. Plug this one in. And this is the, it's not the original mic to this radio, but it is a stock realistic mic. I don't like the stock mic that came with this radio. Alright, this is the stock mic. This is a stock realistic mic, the traditional realistic mic. Trying it out. I'm about 4 to 5 inches away from me with the mic, just checking out how it sounds. How's this microphone sound? Sounding alright? How about it? 1, 2, 3 on the Realistic TRC-453.
Alright, this is the stock mic. This is a stock realistic mic, the traditional realistic mic. Trying it out. I'm about 4 to 5 inches away from me with the mic, just checking out how it sounds. How's this microphone sound? Sounding alright? How about it? 1, 2, 3 on the Realistic TRC-453.
Alright, so I decided the stock mic is what's going to go with it. I think the stock mic sounded the best, don't you? The power mic, just like those guys were saying, was overmodulated a little. There's a cat down there trying to eat the tripod. Yeah, and she just moved you. Alright, there's my sideband radio all set up in the car. I'm going to go with the stock mic, which is kind of nice. I don't have to worry about a battery in it. And I have a bunch of these realistics. They do sound pretty good. So I got a sideband in the car finally. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the install. I'll see you next time.